Okay, we're out and about, and we're at one of the most important Neolithic Bronze Age stone facility, very similar to Stonehenge, and it's one of the most important sites in Northern Ireland, just between Cookstown and Omagh, and it's called Beagmore. It's a series of cairns, which is tombs, and stone circles. Now these stone circles aren't very big, and the stones themselves aren't very big. Let's put my foot to show you the scale. Some of them are bigger, some are smaller, and you'd wonder how on earth would this have survived since the Bronze Age, which is 3,000 odd years ago. And the reason it survived so well is that it was only discovered in the 1940s, whenever the locals were digging for peat and they came across cairns like this. And there's another one, and on further down there's a series of about 6-7 stone circles as well. And within the cairns, they know they are tombs and not just mounds of stones, because they have found the cremated remains, human remains, within some of the cairns. So we're in the foothills of the Sperrins, and they reckon that people started to live here about 6,000 years ago, started to inhabit the place, and then the Bronze Age came along, which was 3,000 odd years ago, and they really don't know what this all stands for. They call this one the Dragon's Teeth. Apparently it's a stone circle within which there's all these smaller stones, and then there's lines of stones. You can see them all just going into the distance there. We'll walk along one of them, and they don't know if it's astrology. They don't know what it is. There's so many ideas, but nobody knows for sure. Quite an amazing place. Not that well advertised, to be honest with you. And got the hills in the background. So I would say it's about a couple of acres, I would guess. Not too sure, but they reckoned just beyond the fields here, as you can still see, it's very peaty, and they reckon there's still a lot more stone circles beneath all this peat land. But fortunately, because it was discovered so lately, there's no destruction has been done to the site, and it is a state care monument now. I'm going to look into the sun, so probably the picture's going to go a bit. So it's a state care monument, and I'm assuming all the land around it is protected now, because underneath they reckon this whole stone circle thing continues into the fields beyond. So it was only whenever they were cutting the top peat off, which is what you can see above us there, that's peatland, the stones started to appear. So they reckon all these fields are full of more and more stones, and I don't know at all what it represents or why it was created, but it's amazing what's on your doorstep that you're not familiar with. I had no idea this was here at all. So it's Beagmore, just between Cookstown and Omagh, in the foothills of the Sperrin Mountains, and you can see there's nobody about, which is great.